Hello, my name is Leans, and this is Minecraft's Mounts of Mayhem update, or 25.4. Let's get into it. First off, Minecraft 1.21 was the original numbering for this update, but that's a little ridiculous. We've gone through 11 different updates since 1.21. I think it's time to change a few things. And this is why Mojang has introduced their new numbering system. First number is the year, second number is the amount of updates in that year. So since Amounts of Mayhem is the fourth drop of 2025, it's called 25.4. Simple.
Really quite simple.
Anyways, moving on to the actual update features. To start off, there's a new tierable weapon in the game, crafted like this, called the Spear, that can be crafted in any different tier level. And of course, to upgrade to netherite, you just do the classic upgrade template, netherite in method table. Easy. I don't know if you've noticed, but this item is significantly longer than most other items. I mean, look at the size of this thing. The spear doesn't really do that much damage while just jabbing people, like these. Which, by the way, has a longer reach than most other weapons. So that can be useful in certain situations. But that's not what the spear is all about. If you hold whichever button you press to place blocks, then it'll sit down like this. Yes, your spear will take a nap. When your spear sits down like this, you can do a special attack called a charge attack, in which you can literally charge things over. This thing works fairly similar to how the mace works. The mace builds up more damage the higher you fall, hence letting you one-shot enemies. The spear builds up energy based on how fast you're moving. So if you're in, like, say, an ice boat or something, you can deal some serious damage. The spear can also be enchanted like most different weapons. It has all of the same enchantments as the normal sword would have. Hoya. But you can also find a new enchantment specifically for the spear. This is called Lunge, and as you could probably tell, it makes you lunge, which can be useful for which in higher levels can help you cross gaps and do parkour and stuff. But hold it, rewind a little bit. Did you see back there? It ate a bit of my hunger once I lunged. Yes, that's right. You eat the spear to lunge. It just takes a bit of your hunger. So don't lunge too much unless you have like some nice tasty foods with you. But come on, this update's called Mounts of Mayhem. There's gotta be some mounts in it. Because now you can find the rare You can now find the rare zombie horseman, riding a zombie horse, which we'll talk about in a few seconds. This thing charges around at you very, very quickly, and if you can manage to kill the zombie on top, I said if you can manage to kill the zombie on top, then you can feed it red mushrooms in order for you to tame it. They're basically exactly the same as horses, except they're usually a little faster and can't jump as high. The only problem is they burn in daylight, so you're gonna want to put some armor on so it doesn't burn. Speaking of horse armor, you can now make netherite horse armor because you want your horse to look buff. Now that's what I call buff. So now you can joust on undead horses. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if you use the spear fast enough, it'll dismount your opponent. But that's not the only mount in this new update. Because deserts have just got even more terrifying because you can now find camel husks being ridden by husks and other nasty things. There's a new skeleton variant riding that called the Parched that shoots weakness arrows and is not exactly the funnest to fight. So nighttime in the desert is going to be infinitely more terrifying now. Ow. Stop it. And if you can somehow manage to get rid of these freaks on top, you can feed it rabbit's foot and saddle it and ride it around. Camel husk isn't really very different from the camel, it's just rarer, can't breed it, and cooler looking. And sounds like a heckin' dinosaur. And because the Parched and the camel husk are two new desert mobs, they do not burn in daylight, so have fun with that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, mobs can spawn with spears, just by themselves now. So if you want to ride around the place in camel husky style, then go ahead. It's not exactly the easiest job to get them. But that's not the last mount in this update. You thought there were only going to be 2 new mounts. Because now, occasionally in any ocean biome, you can find the Nautilus mob, which is really big and really cool looking. You can tame and breed them with pufferfish to make tiny baby Nautilus. Oh my goodness, he's so good. And of course, I said this was a new mount, didn't I? Yes, that's right. You can ride this thing. Okay, I'll admit it's a little weird, but honestly, it's a really cool feature. Plus, they're decently fast. And if you want to go even faster, you can use a boost effect, very similar to the camel. As you'll notice in the top corner of my screen, there is a new icon there. That is the Breath of the Nautilus effect, which, as you can see down on my hotbar, makes it so that you can breathe underwater. Well, actually, you can't breathe underwater, it just pauses your breathing bar. So if you've ever wanted to go around underwater on the weird shell thing, then here you are. But, of course, there's a zombie variant of the horse. There's a zombie variant of the camel. Well, then that must mean that there's a zombie Nautilus as well. Whenever the zombie Nautilus spawns, it'll spawn with a drown with a trident on top. So, that's gonna be lovely to find in the ocean. You can also find a rare coral variant of this in coral reefs. If you manage to take out the zombie boy on top, then you can, of course, pufferfish this guy, saddle him up, and go vroom vroom on him. He has all the same effects as the normal Nautilus. He gives you the Breath of the Nautilus. You can ride it and boost with it. But they really don't like the daylight, so you might want to get him back in the water if this ever happens to you. Either way, the normal Nautilus doesn't like being out of water either, so yeah, be careful with that. But if you don't want your Nautilus burning up out there, then you can give them any of the new Nautilus armors, including netherite, which you can just upgrade from diamond. You can find these in shipwrecks and ocean ruins and places like that. And of course you can plop this thing on the other normal Nautilus as well. But that's nowhere near the last mount in this update. Because now, in the dead of night, you can find baby zombies riding things like cows, wolves, ocelots. Wait, what happened to the zombie on top of this? Basically, baby zombies can ride pretty much everything, including violence. You evil child. So yeah, Minecraft just got a whole lot more dangerous, so keep an eye out in the middle of the night. Maybe light up your bases. Oh, and if you want to see a video of me and my friends taking on all this new mayhem, subscribe, because I've got something like that coming soon. Over here, I need to feed you to my Nautilus.